Kiran Rijiju sir, Honorable Minister for Parliamentary Affairs and Minister of Minority Affairs, Government of India. Shri Pema Khandu sir, Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh. Our distinguished panelists right from Amrit to Amit to Bhanu Pratap. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to welcome you all to this session that we are doing today. It is on farm to fork, strengthening the agri-value chains of the 8 northeastern states, the Ashtalakshmi. This is a part of this landmark investment summit that we are doing as Rising Northeast, and this is dedicated to unlocking the immense potential that we have of vibrant Northeast. Ashtalakshmi, referring to the 8 states of Northeast, is not just a symbol of the cultural richness and the diversity, but it is also a powerful reminder to the region's untapped potential that we keep knowing that it is yet to be tapped. As we know, agriculture is a backbone, and with the abundance of natural resources that we have in the Northeast, the traditional knowledge systems, we are actually going to see the kind of a change that we are seeing globally, where we are wanting to catalyze investments, getting more enterprises to come, more startups to drive the way Northeast shapes. So today's session will focus on some of those elements, and towards that, we are bringing Northeast closer to global markets, not just the domestic one. I would like the organizing team to play a small video which encapsulates all this that we are talking about, the untapped economic potential that the Northeast has.
Cultivation. This region is a global tea hub, producing over 50% cultivation. This region is a global tea hub, producing over 50% of India's total tea output. The region produces over 8.8 million tons of food grains, home to more than 78 species of bamboo, rich biodiversity with 2,500 plus endemic plant species. The Northeast grows some of India's finest pineapple, jackfruit, oranges, lemon, ginger, and turmeric. Assam leads in tea and jute. Tripura is the 4th largest rubber producer in India. The region is now emerging as a powerhouse of organic, high-value crops and medicinal plants. A robust pipeline of skilled manpower flows from leading agricultural universities in Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, and Tripura. World-class institutes like IIT Guwahati, Assam Agricultural University, NEHU and NERIST ensure a steady pipeline of trained talent in agri-tech, research and food sciences. The region is supported by a growing agribusiness ecosystem, a mega food park, cold chain infrastructure, testing laboratories and dedicated land banks for industry. Top companies are already here, building value chains, sourcing locally and exporting globally. Fisheries, floriculture and food processing are expanding fast, offering investors access to raw materials, value addition opportunities and global markets. From agri-input manufacturing and farm machinery to food processing and organic value chains, the opportunities are vast and growing. With natural abundance, growing infrastructure, skilled talent and strong government support, Northeast India is ready, with the continued support of the Ministry of DONER and a business-ready ecosystem. Northeast India is not just growing, it's rising.
Can we get another round of applause for the enchanting Northeast that we are? With that now, I would request the Joint Secretary at Ministry of DONER, Mr. Anshuman Desai, to come over to felicitate our distinguished guests today. We will start with Kiran Rijiju sir. Would request you to felicitate Mr. Rijiju, Honorable Minister for Parliamentary Affairs and Minority Affairs. and Honorable CM Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. Pema Khandu. I would also request Mr. D to felicitate our panelists, starting with Bhanu Pratap. Mr. Amrit. Mr. Amit. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I would now request Honorable CM of Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. Khandu, to give his special address. Sir, this is a team, this is a set of people here who are very interested in knowing more about Northeast, how things are happening in Northeast as a growing set of the region, the kind of investment that it is attracting. So any insights from you will be true wisdom for them, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Karthikeyan, today's moderator. Firstly, on behalf of the people of my state, Arunachal, and Northeast as a whole, I extend my heartiest thankful to the Ministry of MDONER for organizing this investment summit for Northeast. And in today's topic, which is being entrusted to us, the chief guest, Shri Kiran Rijiju, Honorable Union Minister, Parliamentary Affairs. और आज यहाँ पे अपने जो पैनलिस्ट है इस टॉपिक को में डिस्कस करने के लिए मिस्टर अमित जी, इसके बाद मिस्टर बानू प्रताप जी भी हैं यहाँ पे, और सभी आप जितने भी जो इन्वेस्टर्स अक्रॉस द नेशन यहाँ पे आए हुए हैं एंड ऑफिसर्स फ्रॉम द नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स लुकिंग आफ्टर द एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड मिनिस्ट्री। तो आज उद्घाटन समारोह में आई थिंक आप सभी लोग प्रेजेंट हुए होंगे। आज ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री मोदी साहब ने जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट राइजिंग इन्वेस्टर समिट को उद्घाटन किया है, उसमें अपना ऑनरेबल यूनियन मिनिस्टर डोनर श्री सिंधिया साहब का भी स्पीच आप लोग ने सुना किस प्रकार से अभी नॉर्थ ईस्ट आगे बढ़ रहा है। तो सबसे पहले तो देखिए पोटेंशियल का अगर बात करें तो नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स में हमारा पास क्षमता है, और ये क्षमता ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी क्षमता हुआ है। नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज जो वहाँ पे जो वेदर कंडीशन है, that has been prevailing since very long, but कुछ certain कुछ डेवलपमेंट नहीं होने का कारण से, खास करके इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वगैरह सही ढंग नहीं होने का कारण से वी आर ए वेरी लेट स्टार्टर। और उसको चलते हुए आई थिंक एज ए नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न आई मस्ट थैंक ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब। सिंस 2014 उन्होंने जो विजन नॉर्थ ईस्ट को लेके जो आगे बढ़ाया है, तो हर एक सेक्टर में आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है वो काफ़ी आगे बढ़ रहा है। आज की इस नॉर्थ ईस्ट राइजिंग समिट में वी हैव डिवाइडेड इन लॉट मेनी सब्जेक्ट्स। आज किरण जी हम दोनों को जो यहाँ पे एलोकेट किया हुआ है वो है जनरली फार्मिंग सेक्टर को लेके फ्रॉम फार्म टू फोक। तो इसके ऊपर में हम लोग चर्चा करेंगे। तो वैसे हमारे बीच यहाँ पे अपना एक्सपर्ट पैनलिस्ट लोग भी बैठा हुए हैं। बाद में जो लोग एक्सपर्ट हैं वो लोग नॉर्थ ईस्ट का राज्यों में गया हुआ है, वहाँ काम किया हुआ है, वहाँ का चैलेंजेस अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ गवर्नमेंट का क्या विजन है, बाद में इंटरेक्टिव सेशन में आप लोग उनके साथ चर्चा कर पाएंगे। सो ब्रॉडली फ्रॉम फार्म टू फोक का जब हम बात करेंगे तो हमारा अरुणाचल प्रदेश और नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स जितने भी जो राज्य हैं कुल मिला के हमारे वहाँ पे जो अभी जो प्रोड्यूसर्स है, रफली वी प्रोड्यूस अराउंड 8.8 मिलियन टन्स ऑफ फूड ग्रेन and 4.5 million tons of fruits, 6 million tons of vegetables, and nearly 780k tons of spices, 4k tons of honey. और टी के बारे में तो आप लोग जानते ही हैं क्योंकि आसाम काफ़ी टी ग्रोइंग में फेमस है। तो करीबन देश का 50% टी जो है वो हमारा नॉर्थ ईस्ट से जनरेट होता है। पिछले 10 सालों में जिस प्रकार से गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया और रिस्पेक्टिव स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड सेक्टर में जो इंटरवीन पॉलिसीज़ के माध्यम से जो इंटरवीन किया है, उसका माध्यम से जो हमारे वहाँ पे जो प्रोडक्शन ऑफ सीरियल्स एंड मिलेट्स का है, इट हैज़ रेजन फ्रॉम 12.4% इन कंपेयर टू 2014-15 का। तो 12.4% हम लोग आगे बढ़ चुका है। उसी प्रकार से व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द पल्सेस उड़द एंड लेंटिल्स, उसमें भी हम लोग अराउंड 1.5% आगे, लाख टन्स 1.5 लाख टन्स पिछले 10 साल में हम लोग अभी बढ़ा हुआ है। ऑयल सीड्स प्रोडक्शन में अगर बात करेगा तो वी हैव रिजन फ्रॉम 3.37 लाख टन्स टू ओवर 4.15 लाख टन्स। और लास्ट 5 इयर्स का अगर डाटा देखा जाए तो हम लोगों का नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रीजन में हॉर्टिकल्चर का जो आउटपुट है दैट हैज़ बीन इंक्रीज बाय अप्रोक्सीमेटली 6.35, उतना हम लोगों ने बढ़ा पाया है। सो कलेक्टिवली अभी नॉर्थ ईस्ट का सभी राज्यों का अपने अपने एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड में अपना अपना एक पहचान है, क्रॉप स्पेशलाइजेशन है। अभी आजकल जैसे थोड़ी देर पहले हम लोग ने अपना प्रेजेंटेशन में भी देखा कि हम लोगों का वहाँ पे अभी जिंजर, टर्मेरिक, लार्ज कार्डेमम, मिलेट, ऑर्किड, एवोकाडोस और ख़ास करके बेम्बो, इस तरह का जो पैटर्न है उसको हम लोग आगे बढ़ा रहा है ताकि हम लोग नेशनल डिमांड और साथ साथ इंटरनेशनल डिमांड को भी हम लोग, एक्सपोर्ट को भी हम लोग मीट अप कर पाएंगे। अभी आने वाला दिनों में आज हमारे बीच मिस्टर बानू भी यहाँ पे एज पैनलिस्ट यहाँ पे मौजूद है। सो आई थिंक ही विल बी डेलिब्रेटिंग अपॉन द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ याक और मिथुन, जो हमारे वहाँ में इंडिजीनियस जो एनिमल्स है। याक के बारे में तो आप लोग ने सुना होगा कि हिमालयन बेल्ट में याक मिलते हैं। मिथुन तो शायद बॉलीवुड मूवीज़ में तो काफ़ी सुना होगा लेकिन मिथुन हमारे वहाँ पे अपना एक जानवर है वहाँ पे, तो उसके बारे में भी भानु साहब बाद में आप लोगों को बताएंगे। तो एनिमल हस्बेंड्री में भी हमारे वहाँ पे काफ़ी प्रोस्पेक्ट्स है। वहाँ पे मीट प्रोसेसिंग का हो गया, पोल्ट्री का हो गया, फिशरीज़ का हो गया। अभी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ डेवलपमेंट ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रीजन, जिसको डोनर के नाम से जानते हैं, तो अभी हम लोग वहाँ पे अपना लोकल एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन के लिए हमारे जितने भी जो फार्मर्स हैं उसके साथ में हैंड होल्डिंग करने के लिए, सो नॉर्थ ईस्ट वी आर वर्किंग एज एन टीम नाउ। हर एक सब्जेक्ट का उसका एक तो चेयरपर्सन एज एन चीफ मिनिस्टर लीड करते हैं। तो आसाम का चीफ मिनिस्टर एक उस टीम का चेयरमैन होगा। आई बीइंग ए चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ अरुणाचल, तो हमको जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दिया गया है डोनर मिनिस्ट्री से कि हमारा नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स का जो मीट प्रोडक्शन है उसको किस प्रकार से अपस्केल किया जाए, उसमें क्या इनोवेशंस किया जाए ताकि नॉर्थ ईस्ट से बाहर एक्सपोर्ट भी हो सके। एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड का फिर अलग से एक तो पैनल बनाया हुआ है, टूरिज्म का अलग से बनाया हुआ है, इंडस्ट्री का बनाया हुआ है। सो इस प्रकार करके हम लोग का क्षेत्र को डिवाइड करके ऑल द चीफ मिनिस्टर्स वी आर टेकिंग द लीड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी। सो उस प्रकार से नॉर्थ ईस्ट इज ग्रोइंग एज एन टीम नाउ। सो एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड में जैसे मैंने कहा कि हमारे वहाँ पे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में जो एरिया का अगर हम लोग बात करें तो एरिया में हम लोग का काफ़ी एरिया नॉर्थ ईस्ट के पास में है। और ख़ास करके अगर इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट माई स्टेट अरुणाचल में आई हैव अराउंड 25 lakhs hectare that can be cultivated. So out of which presently we are just using only hardly 3.5 lakhs hectare. तो इतना अभी अराउंड 20 लाख हेक्टर ज़मीन पूरा अभी पड़ा हुआ है और डेट ज़मीन भी काफ़ी फर्टाइल लैंड है। उस प्रकार से हमारा आसाम तो पूरा फुटिल एरिया है, प्लेन एरिया है, काफ़ी एरिया है आसाम में। तो इस प्रकार के अरुणाचल में लैंड का कमी नहीं है। एंड वहाँ पे अभी जो इंडस्ट्रियल और इन्वेस्टमेंट पॉलिसी का माध्यम से एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड, हॉर्टिकल्चर का पॉलिसी, एग्रीकल्चर का पॉलिसी लगभग सभी स्टेट्स ने बनाया हुआ है। अरुणाचल प्रदेश में भी हम लोग ने 2025 इसी साल में एग्रीकल्चर एंड हॉर्टिकल्चर पॉलिसी भी हम लोग ने निकाला हुआ है। सो जैसे कहा कि हमारे जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ऑर्गेनिक का अगर बात करें, जब भी हम लोग ऑर्गेनिक बोलते हैं तो सीधा हम लोगों का मन में ख्याल आता है सिक्किम जो राज्य है। सिक्किम इज एन एक्सलेंट एग्जाम्पल फॉर द ऑर्गेनिक स्टेट। सो उस प्रकार से बाई डिफ़ॉल्ट वी ऑल नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स वी आर ऑल नेचुरल फार्मिंग सेक्टर्स में हम लोग बिलोंग करते हैं। सो वहाँ में हमारे वहाँ पे जो एग्रीकल्चर का जो प्रोड्यूस है उसको अभी अपस्केल करने का टाइम आ गया है। अब जिस प्रकार से हमारे वहाँ पे खास करके कुछ भी वेंचर करने से पहले कम्युनिकेशन प्लेस ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल। सो हमारे वहाँ पे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आज के तारीख में हाईवेज़ का देखिए, रोड्स का कंडीशन देखिए, बहुत ही बढ़िया है। एयर कनेक्टिविटी का आज हम लोग ने प्रेजेंटेशन में भी देखा कि दिन का सवेरे जब उद्घाटन समारोह में एयर कनेक्टिविटी जो उस ज़माने में केवल सिर्फ 9 एयरपोर्ट होता था, अभी जाके 17-18 एयरपोर्ट्स अरुणाचल नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आ गया है। और मेरा अपना अरुणाचल स्टेट का बात करें तो वी हैव मेड 4 एयरपोर्ट्स ऑपरेशनल. इसके अलावा अनदर अराउंड 6 एडवांस लैंडिंग ग्राउंड हम लोग ने बनाया हुआ है, जिसमें हम लोग फिर अभी सिविल टर्मिनल बनने का बाद में उड़ान स्कीम का साथ में फिर वो सब भी हम लोग जोड़ा जाएंगे. सो कम्युनिकेशन का जो पहले एक हर्डल जो था, एक प्रॉब्लमेटिक एरिया था, उसको अंडर द विजनरी लीडरशिप ऑफ आवर ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर उसको हम लोग ने बहुत हद तक सॉल्व कर दिया है. सो अभी हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में पावर का भी कमी नहीं है, क्योंकि इंडस्ट्री चाहिए तो पावर भी आपको चाहिए, तो पावर का भी समस्या नहीं है. इस प्रकार करके हम लोग को वहाँ पे जो एग्री एंड एलाइड सेक्टर में हम लोग को आगे बढ़ाना है. तो कुल मिला के जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट का सारा स्टेट्स का जो एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड सेक्टर में what we are looking for is around investment of around 8,000 to 10,000 crores in next 5 years. तो नेक्स्ट 5 इयर्स में हम लोग पूरा राज्यों का जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड में, इसको हम लोग टारगेट करेंगे. तो तब जाके दैट अपना ऑनरेबल पीएम साहब ने एक विकसित भारत का एक संकल्प जो दिया है, विकसित नॉर्थ ईस्ट, एंड ऑब्वियसली जो भी जितने भी जो नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स का जो एग्रीकल्चर एंड एलाइड में फार्मर्स को जाके आगे बढ़ाने हैं, तो उसमें अभी हमें पूरा पता है कि जितने भी जो राज्य गवर्नमेंट है पूरा अंडर द गाइडेंस ऑफ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डोनर, तो आप जितने भी जो इन्वेस्टर्स स्पेसिफिक आप लोगों का जो भी एरिया होगा वहाँ पे कोई वैल्यू एडिशन में आएगा, कोई कम्प्लीटली फैक्ट्री सेटअप के लिए वहाँ पे आएंगे, या कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग के लिए वहाँ पे आएंगे, तो आवर डोर्स आर ओपन. सो भी हमारा नॉर्थ ईस्ट का 8 राज्य का डोर्स ओपन है आप लोगों के लिए. एंड सो भी इन्वेस्टर्स को हम नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स में हम वेलकम करेंगे. और आज के इस प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से मैं सभी नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न 8 स्टेट्स का तरफ से आप सभी को एश्योर करता हूँ, सभी राज्य का सपोर्ट आप लोगों को ऊपर में रहेगा. और कुछ टेलर मेड सॉल्यूशंस भी हम लोगों को करना होगा, वो भी स्पेसिफिक एरियाज में वो भी हम लोग करेंगे. ये पूरा अपना नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स का ये कमिटमेंट है. सो इसी के साथ आप सभी को इस नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न राइजिंग नॉर्थ ईस्ट समिट में आप लोग ने टाइम निकल के आया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक यू. जय हिंद, जय नॉर्थ ईस्ट.
Thank you so much for your words, sir. One great takeaway is that it's one big team there in Northeast that's working, as you rightly said, sir. The other one is the kind of connectivity which was an issue years ago. A lot of it has been made good now. I think infrastructure has also been developed tremendously. A lot of works happening. Thank you for your message on that, sir. With this, I would love to now invite our Kiran Rijiju, sir, the Honorable Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs and Minority Affairs. Please give him a round of applause.
Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Pema Khandu ji, Bhanu Pratap Singh ji, Amit Jain ji, K. Karthikeyan ji, Amrit Deora ji, and all the dignitaries invited in this very critical session of the Rising Northeast Summit, which is being organized here for 2 days. I think Honorable Prime Minister has made very elaborate vision statement as well as the policy statement, which are necessary for the unleashing of the potentials of Northeast. And those who are sitting here in this room are also not only stakeholders, but you are already a player. You all are players in the sector. So I need not get into the details of the various critical issues. The Honorable Chief Minister has made a wonderful intervention about the outlook of the state government and also readiness to support all necessary things which are required to create Northeast a vibrant region, and especially in the agri-farming sector. I will just make some sense of the whole sector as well as the potential which exists in the northeastern region. I don't want to get into the the ground situation with regards to the logistics and other technical issues, मैं तो एक्सपर्ट तो नहीं हूँ. क्या है कि कभी कभी हम लोग भाषण देते देते एक्सपर्ट डोमेन में घुस जाते हैं, फिर फंस जाते हैं. मेरे यहाँ मैं जब स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्टर था तो मेरा एक सेक्रेटरी हुआ करता था, वेरी सीनियर आईएएस ऑफिसर. वो सेक्रेटरी स्पोर्ट्स है, तो वो विज़िट करना होता है ना, स्पोर्ट्स सेंटर में विज़िट करना होता है. तो विज़िट करते करते वो खिलाड़ियों को सपोर्ट करने के लिए सरकार की तरफ से जो कदम उठाया जा रहा है, ये सब के बारे में बात नहीं करके वो साइकिलिंग इंस्टीट्यूट में जा कर के कैसे साइकिल पकड़ना है, कैसे पैदल मारना है, वहाँ घुस जाते हैं. वो कोच का काम है. तो इसलिए जो टेक्निकल काम है वो, जैसा अभी सीएम साहब ने बताया, पैनलिस्ट आज बुला कर रखा है, वो सब एक्सपर्ट डोमेन है. उसमें डोमेन का नॉलेज इनका क्षेत्र में है, तो वो आप जो पैनल डिस्कशन के लिए हम छोड़ देते हैं. Being a person from Northeast itself, I have a direct understanding of the situation, and as a person who has seen the world and also comparatively understood what ails our region, I can make some comparative or perspective observations about this sector. First of all, as Chief Minister Arunachal also mentioned, that we are little late starter. And Honorable Prime Minister also mentioned that those who get into the business in the first instance, they get the opportunity and they get the advantage. So those who are sitting here in this hall and those who are already in the Northeast, for them, I think it is a golden moment. We have various regions. It is a nature's creation which has distinctive advantages and its own potentials. Northeastern region itself is very unique region. If we see from the climatic condition, the topographic condition of the Northeast, it is very different from rest of the country. Even in the Himalayan region, many people say, oh, Himachal, Arunachal, एक ही लगता है. आज सुनने में हिमाचल प्रदेश, अरुणाचल प्रदेश एक लगता होगा, लेकिन बहुत अलग है. तो उसी प्रकार से इवन सिक्किम और अरुणाचल में भी बहुत सिमिलरिटी होने के बावजूद भी देयर आर स्टार्क डिफरेंसेस. और जब आप एग्री फार्मिंग के बारे में बात करता है तो इट्स ऑल अबाउट द क्लाइमेटिक जोन्स, ऑल अबाउट इट्स ज्योग्राफिक फीचर्स, and of course the topographic situation, transportation, other logistic issues will definitely come up. Northeast is, I would say, a very lucky region if you see not only in the context of a geographic region of the country, but in a global way. There are a few pockets in the world which received abundant rains. Rain is water. Water is life. You can't create rain by technology. You can make some artificial rainfall by infusing some sodium, some kind of chemicals in the cloud, but it has its own limitation. So Northeast is water surplus region. And there are very few surplus regions which are abundant in water resources in the whole world. Not only we get large amounts of rains, but it's a green. The whole region is green. So anything which is green is always good. And it's very diverse. Within the Northeast, it's very diverse. So when we talk about suitability for the agroclimatic condition, the Northeast stands out in the whole country. So when Honorable Prime Minister talks about our Northeast food on the table across the globe, we can apply it directly, initially, within the country. Kerala and some of the pockets in the Western Ghats, they are also green. Other than that, the whole of North India, Northwest India, Western India, these are basically dry region. So the thing which we can produce in Northeast can definitely take over the tables of the Western region. In a similar way, what we cannot produce in Northeast, that can be substituted from the rest of the countries. So it's a very basically balancing the need of the people from each other's potential. India is a large, diverse country. What we grow, many states don't grow. For example, kiwi production. Now in Arunachal Pradesh, kiwi production has become a culture. Of course, in the commercial term, it hasn't reached that stage where we can, in a sustainable manner, feed the requirement of the country. But now, people have by and large known that Arunachal produces largest quantity of kiwis in India. And in some of the way, it is even better than the kiwis produced in New Zealand. Once our Chief Minister Pema Khanduji gifted packets of kiwis to all the ministers and MPs. Then from next time they started demanding, हमको और किवी चाहिए, हम बोला और चाहिए लेकिन फ्री में नहीं मिलेगा, आपको खरीदना पड़ेगा, मिल जाएगा आपको. So वो तो ल्योर कर रहा है ना, सीएम साहब ने पैकेट दे दे करके मार्केटिंग किया है, तो वो लोग सोचा है कि वो देते रहेंगे फ्री में. तो ये फ्री का चक्कर में ज़्यादा नहीं रहना है, फिर कमर्शियली सस्टेनेबल नहीं होगा. So now within the lawmakers also, kiwi has become so popular that kiwi is produced in Arunachal Pradesh. In a similar way, the pineapples of Meghalaya and Tripura, and then there are so many items within the Northeast. Every state has mastered in cultivation of certain species. So if you see whole of Assam, it's a typical subtropical region, plain area, hot, humid. So you know what grows in such location. Then in Arunachal Pradesh, in the temperate region where temperature will be around 15 to 20 average, and it's a large, like a carnivorous kind of a forest region. Now, in those areas where you grow, for example, not only kiwi but apple and some of the temperate fruits, I think it is a very unique because you get certain amounts of required rainfall, humidity or temperature which is suitable for this kind of fruits which is not available elsewhere in the country. So some of the apples which are grown in the western part of Arunachal Pradesh are, if not better, as good as the apples produced in Kashmir or in Himachal Pradesh. I have personally tested it. I'm not the connoisseur of the fruits, but I have tried to understand which is better. Even I asked the experts, they say fairly it is comparable. So some of the orange which we grow in Arunachal Pradesh, in the foothills of Arunachal Pradesh, I'm told, scientifically proven, that they are one of the finest oranges in the world. So we do have this kind of capacities, and I'm just giving you a few examples. The varieties run deep, large numbers of different kind of fruits. Then cash crops, the ginger which we produce in Arunachal Pradesh. These are, I'm told, when in the Middle East it has a huge demand with high price because the quality is uncomparable. So the overall potential is well known. I need not really go on into explaining what is our potential, but now it is a question of making it tangible in terms of transportation, all the logistic interventions which are required. I think in the years to come, Northeast can definitely become a football of our country because we have everything it takes. Now, sometimes I wonder if I go to a market in Itanagar or anywhere, the fishes are coming from Andhra Pradesh. Now, I'm not saying that we should not import or buy fishes of Andhra Pradesh, but what I'm saying is Arunachal is land of rivers. Fish ponds are available in any stretch of lands. You can create fish ponds. There are lots of streams and streams to fill up the ponds. Then we have rivers, which itself can be a huge breeding space for the fishes. Yet, we import 90% of the fishes from Andhra Pradesh. So, this is a typical way of missing your own potential by not doing enough or not being motivated enough to even fill the necessary requirement of your own local needs. So similar way, the forestry, the varieties of forest which we have in Northeast can be compared by either the Southeast Asian countries or the Amazon basin of South America or the Congo basin. Nowhere else in the world it is so diverse. Sometimes I drive across the length and breadth of Arunachal Pradesh. Our women folks are lined up on the roadside with their pickles, bamboo shoots and all. It's so tempting, you feel like eating. But the thing is, how the methodology is being adopted for preservations, for all kind of, keeping all those food products, because these are perishable items. If you don't sell even half of your items, then it's lost. The whole year you are preparing for this thing to be sold in the market, but just for the want of basic awareness or basic support, you miss out the things and you end up wasting half of your hard work, and then you end up in loss or waste of your time and energy. So there are these basic interventions which can make the whole differences, which is where the players, the experts who are sitting here in this hall can really fill the gap and intervene in all this sector. Now, if you don't, in a calculated way, augment the whole region, then nothing can succeed. Because we are a hilly region, especially barring Assam and the pockets of Tripura, rest of the northeastern regions are very hilly. So you really need to adopt very cooperative kind of your working system. In a silos, you can't do it. It's very difficult. And if you tell the farmers to bring your producers to the go down or in a stock market, or in the main market, then it cannot sustain. So you have to have a feeders, a kind of automatic collecting system where the farmers do not require to devote your time in carrying and transportation, but they are busy there at their own location, busy producing the items. So we have certain bodies in Northeast, we have departmental bodies, marketing federations are being created, but they are not being very professionally managed. So when I was handling this food processing industries minister, I tried to get into this locally food processing units. But of course, election was nearing, so I could not really devote much of the time. And I held this portfolio for only 1 year as an additional charge. And very close to election, only the ministry came to me, so I really could not devote. But during those few months when I was looking into this matter, I realized that Northeast people are very foodies. They don't really want to eat and try out things. But we are not meeting even half of our requirement, but that is okay. The thing is, we are actually not exporting the processed food from Northeast. Very few countable items are there where our people are involved. So food processing industries is one sector where I see we have a huge potential in Northeast. तो जब हम दुनिया का टेबल को सर्व कर सकते हैं तो हमारे इंडिया में ही कितना टेबल्स है? We are 1.45 billion people, and Northeast is geographically 8% of India's population, India's geographic size, and close to 4.5% of India's population. So, India itself is an unlimited market. So, we need to export. But the thing is, we are such a huge market in our own that I think Northeast can really take care of the requirement in the rest of the country. Another thing what I realize is, since Northeast and the Southeast Asian countries are very similar in our climatic attributions. So if you talk about bamboo, the bamboo products of Southeast Asian countries, including the Southwest China, the Sichuan and also Kunming area, very similar. They have got huge, varieties of bamboos. Now, Prime Minister Modi ji changed the bamboo policy by not declaring it as a tree. Now, anybody can grow bamboo. But the thing is, the bamboo product, what comes from Northeast, cannot compare with what you see in Vietnam and in Thailand or in any of the Southeast Asian countries. Their products are apart, top, world class. And the bamboo products, what we come up with, these are mediocre. It's a very normal way of finishing touch we have given. So in the international market, we really cannot stand. So how to intervene in terms of making those finishing touch totally world class? For our own consumption is fine, but when we talk about exports, then we really have to come up a notch up, because in the international market, this Southeast Asian country and China has really dominating for decades. Then there are so many other items. I have lots of things to share, but now I don't want to get into the details as I said earlier. Now, tea is one important thing what I see. We have a huge potential. Now, Assam tea is well known for its liquor quality. Assam tea is world famous. But then beyond Assam, now some of the tea farmers, tea growers in Arunachal Pradesh are producing world-class tea. I have tasted. Our Deputy Chief Minister, Chonamen Sahib, is sitting here. He is also the Finance Minister of Arunachal. His tea garden produces some of the finest teas. And then we have tea gardens slightly up in altitude, growing at the height of some 4,000 feet, which is very similar to Darjeeling tea, known for its flavor. Then we can really, come up with our own unique blend of organic tea, which is unique to that region. So now we have to really get into those branding, organic, and then also have its own unique kind of feature which can catch the attention of the consumers. So if you see the potential-wise, in Mizoram, southern Mizoram, I have seen, they are great entrepreneurs, but the thing is, it's landlocked. So if Prime Minister talked about Kaladan multimodal project, then a route is opening up from southern part, from Mizoram, then it goes to Sitwe port, and then it opens up entire the Indo-Pacific, Pacific, the whole region goes up to Africa and East Asia. So we are sitting in a crossroad, but I must say that it is just a beginning. And then we have, this agarwood plants. I'm told, I was surprised myself, I was not aware of that. The agarwood plants in Assam is 11.43 crores. Just imagine the cost of the plantation and now the benefits the planters are going to reap. So these are, I think, commercially, this will transform the life of the people. Then last time in the cabinet, we discussed about the palm oil, and then of course the rubber plantation. The foothills of Arunachal Pradesh carries tremendous potential, and the Chief Minister himself, they had adopted very well. I'm told that lots of farmers have started planting the rubber trees, and the jute production in Tripura and in Assam is already well known. So I would say every inch of Northeast is going to be very useful. No patch of land in Northeast is going to go west. We don't have desert. The whole of Northeast is green. So that is why I'm just giving you a sense. I'm not going into all the nitty-gritty of the situation, but I'm happy that so many of you are very enthusiastic about this sector. And then today's Rising Northeast Summit, which really gave a right platform to the industries to come up and then make yourself present there. Northeast till few years back, was known for its own problem, unique problem. Even when I was member of parliament, as a young member of parliament, I still remember people used to get scared to go to Northeast. They used to ask that, is it safe to go to Northeast? We don't have airports, we hardly have railway connections, only Assam used to have. Then the rest of the Northeast was just a hidden land. But things have changed so much in last 11 years. I'm very happy that in our own lifetime, we have seen the transformation. I used to be a very frustrated young man those days. You know, traveling from Itanagar to Guwahati, there would be at least 5-6 places. There will be band call. We are going, suddenly we are told, oh, there is a band call by this community, that group, this group, so, and then alpha problem, this problem, that problem. So we have seen the kind of situation which we had endured for such a long time. But within our lifetime, especially when I am in the government and under my leadership, under Prime Minister Modi ji, the transformation is happening so fast. It's a wonderful moment to live in such time, to see my own region transforming and becoming a vibrant economic hub of our country. So it's a very pleasant occasion to share this thing. And as I promised, I did not get into the details of each sector. I just talked about randomly about the sector, the situation, my own outlook. The best thing is we have the best government at the center, very, very cooperative, proactive, people-centric governments in the state, working as a team. What can be better than that? And as a minister in the government, my doors are always open. Our finer, these people, Amit ji, and they all know, we have interacted quite a lot. And whenever there is a requirement for the policy intervention, I'm always available. And for the stakeholders, you are most welcome to get anything from my side. The Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh is already, sitting here, playing very critical part. The other Northeastern Chief Ministers all are present here, addressing in different sessions. So this is a teamwork, and this is golden time for India, and truly a golden moment for the Northeastern region. And let us make Northeast a great player in making Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much for your words, sir. Truly inspiring. I think you took us through a bouquet of those array of thoughts that you had about Northeast. Yes, there were difficult times, but certainly there's a promise. Moving from how that potential is turning into a possibility, we have an eminent set of panelists. Some of them are 5th, 6th generation entrepreneurs themselves running an industry, to some who have just started as a first generation. So, so would you be around for our session around the time, or would you have to leave just now?
Half an hour left, so better to give them.
Sure. Okay. Right, sir. Right. Okay, so we'll start with some ground rules. What we do is we'll give 2 minutes to each of our panelists to introduce themselves, the firm that they represent and what it's been doing. And after we do that first round, we come back to you with a specific question that's aligned to you. We have got some questions from the audience which we'll take to them. So we'll start perhaps first with Bhanu Pratap. You have a mic in front of you. Maybe you can introduce yourself and your company.
Hello everyone. My name is Bhanu Pratap Singh. I am founder executive director of a national award winning organization, Northeast Farm Sales Promotion. My journey in Northeast is 15-year-old, and I remember I started in 2010, and those times the travel etc. used to be very difficult. If you're talking about Itanagar, I used to go by bus to Bandardua and from there wait for another bus to take me inside to the Ganga or Itanagar. Things have changed a lot. During this journey, I have done close to 17 agro-GI products of the Northeast, which we initiated in, started from 2010 when people didn't know about what is the GI. A lot of exports to Bangladesh via land border of Meghalaya, promoted the products into Western world, including Europe and Southeast Asia. And currently, I have developed an army of around 7,000 women SHGs across the Northeast in various states. And today I would be discussing on that how those SHGs and you can become a partner and can complement each other. They take care of the local work, local burdens I will call, of work collection, aggregation or processing, and you all industry people come with your technology, come with your market, come with your distribution, so that it become this is the missing gap currently, and world best products are there in the Northeast, world's best product I will say, and those can complement lot of market capture within India, also into other parts of the world. So during my next part, I'll be discussing on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Banu. Next, I would like to request Amit Jain to please introduce himself.
Good afternoon. I'm Amit Jain from Aroma India Group. We are primarily the pioneers in aromatic oils and plantations in Northeast India, mainly citronella, lemongrass, geranium, etc. We mostly work in tribal areas and operating in Assam, Meghalaya, and little part of Arunachal Pradesh. And almost 1,000 families in the interiors are connected to our farming and our processing plant. We operate with self-help groups, with joint forest management committees, and also on the lease model and also on contract farming. Over the decades, this farming has really transformed the lives of the people in the village areas when the avenues and the opportunities were very less during those times. Apart from that, we are also into food processing. We had initiated a project with PepsiCo for Uncle Chips and Kurkure with our partners about 8 years back. And I'm happy to say that initially in the first 4 years, the potatoes used to come from Bengal and other states of India. But sir, I could like to highlight this, that in the last 3 years, the contract farming has started and the entire potato is now sourced locally from Assam and other states of Northeast. So that shows how the food processing industries can change the face. And I think almost, I don't know the figures, but at least a good quantity of potatoes in crores are now being locally sourced. Thank you.
Perfect, wonderful. Great. Can we hear from Amrit Dioria?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Respected Minister, sir, respected Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh. So I'm Amrit Devda. I'm a food entrepreneur. Back in 2008, we started the first homegrown instant noodles brand called Yummy Noodles, and in the state of Meghalaya. And in last 15 years, we've scaled the brand across East, along with exports to Middle Eastern countries. And last year, we started distribution in Delhi as well. Most of the instant noodles were made from the flour or the oil which was imported to Northeast. Then we thought we should take a journey where we link the farm to the folk and use the locally available ingredients grown in Northeast to manufacture value-added products. That's the real value which the farmers would get in the long run. And keeping that vision in mind, we started a clean label nutrition food brand called Pro2Grow. And I'm proud to say that we are one of the first academia industry partnership. Mr. Karthike knows about it. We bought a technology from Assam Agriculture University, Jorhat, 12 years back, and we've been processing baby food from that technology, and we serve more than 10,000, 12,000 orders in all these clean label nutrition food products made from Bhim bananas, made from millet-based, foxtail millet based in Buxa district, and we're selling it on as a D2C brand across the country. And as well as recently looking at the paddy cultivation of the region, we've also ventured into rice milling, where we are creating value chains across the paddy, buying from the farmers and processing it in mechanized mills in Guwahati. So that has been my journey primarily into the food. I'm a avid brand builder. I like, and my manifestation is getting true in this seminar, where the Prime Minister said that he wants one Indian brand in every food table, and Honorable Minister said that he wants one Northeast brand in every food table, and I've come with that vision to this platform, and I would like to talk about more brand building initiatives where entrepreneurs from Northeast and entrepreneurs from outside Northeast can help us grow. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much, Amrit. I think that sets the context. My name is Karthikeyan. I head special projects of DPIIT at Invest India, in addition to facilitation of investments at states across the country. So my first question goes to Bhanu Pratap. You said you have been working on SHGs. So there is this whole movement of FPOs in the country. And it's very relevant to what Rijiju sir said, that there are several products that we do as agri products, but when we are talking about aggregation, about volume, about scale, about consistent supply of all this, in that context, what are the things that you are doing and how can it be done better? Maybe you have about 3-4 minutes for this.
So in fact, what I want to say here, there are a lot of good work already happening in the ground. There are FPOs who are doing the production, there are self-help groups who are doing production, they are doing some processing also. At the same time, there are industry people here who want to collect the products and do the nationwide distribution, who want to collect, do the exports, who want some specific processed products for distribution, for which they have a technical know-how. So before I discuss more, let me mention some very unique products which are only available in Northeast. So we have the world's best turmeric available only in Northeast. Black rice only available in Northeast. The churpi is a kind of cheese made from the yak animal, and there is a close to 10,000 crore worth of churpi gets exported to United States from Nepal every year for the dog pet food. Because it's like a supari, pet dog keep it in their mouth and keep chewing. And we have a lot of yaks there, but churpi is not getting exported. So there may be people sitting in the hall here who have export connects. So they can be connected with our FPOs in the Northeast, our self-help groups, and take up this market. There is one animal which is world's healthiest red meat, known as a mithun. It's not Mithun Chakravarti, it's a mithun animal. And this can be promoted as the niche premium meat for the sheikhs of the Arab countries and the Western world in the Europe.